welcome back to
Sister Chat.
I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Denise.
And we are Sisters. So on this podcast topic today, we will be talking about controversial celebrity couples.
Yes.
Okay, so let's get into it. Who is our first celebrity couple?
So the first one is Kim and Kanye.
Okay, let's see.
So, backstory about the couple. They met in 2003.
Yep.
Brandy, who is also a singer, is their like mutual friend. So that's how they met.
Okay.
Once Kanye saw Kim, he was obsessed with her.
Oh.
He really liked her and stuff, had a big crush. And then in 2011, Kim ended up marrying Chris Humphries for only 72 days. And after that, they broke up, got divorced and stuff. And that's when Kanye was like, okay, it's my turn. You know? So in 2011, they started dating each other and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then 2013, they ended up having their daughter and stuff. Everything was going well. They were like the power couple up there with Jay-Z and Beyonce and stuff like that. And so Kanye ended up losing his mom.
Yeah.
He became having like mental health problems, which is normal,
right.
But it started to affect his marriage.
Yeah.
And he started to be really controlling over Kim, which is not a good thing.
Right.
He started controlling her career and wanted her to dress really modest and stuff. And that just wasn't her.
Yeah.
So they end up Kim ended up filing for a divorce in 2021 after they had, like 3 more other kids. Right. But it still did not save their marriage.
Yeah.
And it just didn't end well. Kanye blames her for most of everything, and she still talks about him with a lot of respect.
Yeah.
So what do you think, sister?
Red or green flag?
Let's see here.
Yes, red.
Yes,
red flag.
It is. I feel like it's a red flag because Kanye became more controlling. He starts to be envious, and he knew who she was when he married her, so he should not try to change her,
right,
and lower her self-esteem and stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was just a toxic relationship after that.
Yeah, and too, sister, I feel like it was toxic because in the beginning it feels like the mutual love was there, but over time people change in relationship. They go through certain things, and sometimes it's to the point where you're like, can I tolerate this? Can I handle this? Or stop it? That's what she had to make that decision to leave that relationship since it wasn't benefiting her anymore, and it was just becoming toxic, So you need to know when to leave those situations. So she left at the right time because now I don't know what he's doing with his new wife.
Oh, they're divorced too. That's another story.
Oh, God.
And also they weren't private.
Right.
Kim loved the spotlight, and so did Kanye. So that was not a good thing in their relationship too. They put too much out there.
Everything was out there. So there's no secrecy there, nothing behind doors with their relationship. It was all out there for everybody to see. So that was the relationship for the world. So all right, let's get into the next couple. My favorite bad gal, Riri.
Yes.
So her and A$AP Rocky. So they met in 2010, actually. They started off as close friends. So they began as close friends, and then later she actually was featured in his video, Fashion Killer, in 2013. Yes. So from there, they went into kind of like, you know what, I think I like you. I think I like you now. So in 2020 is when the romance rumors started. Of course, you always got to start with those rumors.
I know, right?
2021 is actually when they announced we're together. So, they finally let us know. I like how they gave us that year in between, to keep guessing to see are they together or not. So 2022 is actually when they revealed the pregnancy. So that's when we really knew, like, hey, they're really doing this. They staying together. And ever since then, the paparazzi loves them. Okay. Paparazzi is always all over them. They're always going on date nights. And that's when we seeing their amazing outfits. They have really good fashion sense together. So that's something I do love about their relationship too. But so what I like about them is that they kept it private. They were pretty much just, quiet for a while. We really don't know much about their relationship if you think about it. So, but that's how they went. So right now they are married. They got 2 beautiful babies together. And they're, just seeming love. She supported him in his court case recently that he won. Yes. And she was there by his side. She even brought the babies.
Okay. Yes, she did.
So I feel like that just really shows their strong love for each other. So what do you think, sister? Red or green?
Let's see here.
Let's see. See, you know, you gotta go with the green. You gotta go with the green.
I love them.
Yeah,
I agree with everything you said, sister. They're a really good power couple. They keep everything private.
Yes.
You know, even though they're big, huge celebrities, love them both, but they're huge. So for them to keep it private, that takes a lot of effort.
Yeah, so that's a lot too. I mean, they keep it private. Their babies aren't really out there.
Right.
You know, some celebrity babies are out there all the time. Just, you know, everything about the babies. They're in all of everything that they do, which is fine. But you know, they keep everything private. And they're floating in the cash. I mean, she's a billionaire.
I know, right?
Yeah, so they're just like floating in the cash together. So you know, they got the money, they got the babies, they got the love. They're living happily ever after.
Exactly.
They're living happily ever after.
Yes.
So we love you, Riri.
Yes,
if you're watching this, we love you.
Okay.
All right, let's get into the next couple.
So the next one is Cardi B and Offset.
Oh God.
So they started dating in 2017. They met like at a music festival and stuff.
Yeah.
And of course, also was like, oh, who's that new girl? You know, you start wanting to go over there and talk to her. So the couple ended up dating in 2017. Everything was big. Like Cardi B was in her prime. You know, she was a big star then. And of course, he wanted her. Yeah. She was extremely successful, like I said. She won a Grammy and everything for her songs and stuff. She was up there.
Yep.
And so after a few years, like probably like the year after, they had their daughter Culture, and everything seemed good until the allegations of him cheating on her started in 2022. Ooh. And that same year, Cardi wanted to file for divorce. Yep. And of course she didn't go through with it, but she still did it, you know. And he went to all of her concerts, begging on his knees, giving her flowers and stuff, saying sorry. You know, and of course she went back to him. The couple ended up having another child. And last year, 2024, she filed for divorce again. Apparently he was cheating on her the whole relationship. He was being very disrespectful, and she was actually going for it. The divorce this time, actually going through it. Yeah. And right after they announced their divorce, she announced her third baby.
Oh God.
So
messy.
Yeah, that is very messy. And I think that, you know, that's not a good relationship. So you know what we're about to say.
Yeah, that's a red flag for us, baby. It's a red flag.
Yes. I feel like it's a red flag because he's very narcissistic. He was envious of her fame and everything from the jump. Yeah. And I feel like sometimes narcissistic men, they'll see and prey on women that are successful. They have something going on. They have confidence, because Cardi B is very confident.
Yeah, she's very confident.
And so I feel like that was not a good relationship. I'm glad she's finally left him. Yes. And taking care of her babies like she should. They're still going through the divorce, but I hope it ends on her part good.
I really hope so too. So Cardi B is a really strong woman. Like you said, the narcissistic behavior, you can't deal with that in a relationship. So I'm glad that they decided to go through with that divorce. Hopefully it's finalized this time. Hopefully they're not getting back together again, because I just don't think that relationship works out. It's just too toxic for them, and they have children now. So it's just like, stay separated. You know, do the co-parent thing. But that's definitely a red flag relationship. It is. So let's get into the next couple. Nelly and Ashanti. Woo-hoo! All right. So this is the couple that had success with spinning the block.
Yes, they did.
Yes. So they started dating in 2003. That was a long time ago. Yeah. And then they were featured in the video in 2005, Body on Me. You know, you know what, like it, I'm giving you the same.
Yeah,
that one was good.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
So they were featured in that video together. That's when everybody was like, okay, this is the top #1 couple right now. Okay, they were on all of the paparazzi videos, pictures, everything. They were up there, just like we said, Beyonce and Jay-Z level. Yes. They were up there. Everybody knew them. Everybody wanted to be that couple. And then 2015, they broke up. That was a long time together, though.
Yeah,
10 years together.
That's a long time.
Long time. So then they broke up, went on this big, huge, like, not talking, hate each other. Ashanti actually, in a recent video that she had, interview, was talking about how she actually hated him.
Yeah, I heard that one.
Yeah, like, she hated him. She didn't want to be around him. They just had a very nasty breakup and didn't talk for years. So people thought they were still being friendly between that time frame. They weren't. She just told us that. So the craziest thing is that years later, they were on stage at some concert that they were all a part of. He came over, gave her a hug, and she said after that, like they didn't even talk for a whole year after that. Yeah. So, which is crazy. So that was the first time they hugged each other. You know, when you see an ex for the first time, right, and they coming over to you trying to give you a hug, you're like, don't touch
exactly.
Me. You know, so she was just a little confused. I guess she was like, what's going on? Exactly. But she said when he gave her a hug, she actually didn't feel like I hate him. Oh. And I thought that was really cute. You know, for you to go through that phase. You know, we go through that phase where we hate him. Okay, then we go through the phase where we're like, you know what? I guess it's okay. You know, I can hear his name and I don't, want to shoot somebody. Exactly. So that's the phase that she went through. And then she got to the phase where it was just like, okay, Nelly, all right, cool, play his music, whatever, I don't care, which is good. So she was at that point when he gave her that hug, which is great because if she was at the other phases, I don't know if that hug would have been good for Nelly. It would have been good. Mm. But since she was at that stage, it was a success. So a year later, apparently her DJ gave her number out to Nelly. Ooh. And then so then he texted her, and then that's how they rekindled their whole relationship. And then they actually went out on their first date on Valentine's Day. Yes. And then outside of that is when she was like, oh, you know what? I don't think I hate him at all anymore. And then I guess they had their first kiss, and they were all like, she said she had the butterflies. You know, we love those butterflies. Yeah. So she had those butterflies again, and she was like, I think I love him still. So they rekindled. That Spin the Block was a success. Okay, sure they got married. They have a baby now. Yes. Maybe baby number 2. I don't know.
So allegations.
Yeah, the allegations. Yeah. But it's just so sweet, that they're together. She is in her early 40s, had her baby successfully. Yes, and that also shows too, ladies, that it's never too late to have your children.
You got that right.
So, and also find the one, so taking your time, it's okay. And that's what she did. And look at her now. Like, she's living happily ever after. Yes. She's so happy. I'm so happy for them too.
Me too.
It's the sweetest little love story. And I love them together. Like I said, Body on Me, that was my favorite song and video back then.
I listen to all the time.
I know. So they were such a cute couple. So I was so happy when I found out that they got back together. So what do you think, sister? Red or green?
It's a mega green.
Oh, yes. It's green for us. We love Nelly and Ashanti.
Yes, we do. I agree with everything, sister. I'm glad that they rekindled and they're happily ever after. They're true soulmates.
Absolutely. And that's the thing, too. Spinning the block worked for them, but ladies, spinning the block don't always work.
Don't you try it.
Don't try it.
Don't. It's a big risk.
Just leave it where it's at.
Yeah, just leave it where it's at.
Next couple.
So, excuse me. Did you subscribe? Did you forget again?
Oh, God.
Make sure you like and subscribe right now. Do not forget, guys. That helps us out a lot, and we appreciate you all.
Yes.
Do now. Bye.
Thank you.
So, our next couple is Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber. Yeah. So, the couple were seen out in 2014 to 2015. Mm-hmm. Started dating.
Okay.
That's controversial because around that time he was still with Selena Gomez. So he might have been cheating on her with Hailey. God. But we don't know.
Yeah.
The couple was seen together. Yeah. They ended up getting engaged in 2017, got married in 2018. Yeah. Everything was fine and dandy until Justin Bieber started having drug issues.
Okay.
Abusing drugs. Mm. He also was diagnosed with Ramsay-Hunt syndrome.
Okay.
I'm going to put up what it is and what it does to your body on the screen. Yeah. So it's an illness, It attacks the body and it's not a good thing. So he's going through all this trauma and stuff. He was a childhood star.
Yeah.
And we love Justin Bieber.
We do.
Oh my gosh. We used to love Baby and everything. We still love him to this day, but he was in his prime back then, 2016 and stuff like that. So, it's sad that he's going through what he's going through right now. Yeah. Allegedly, he's still using drugs. We're not sure it's alleged.
Right.
Praying for him.
Yeah.
And so the people did not like them together. They did not like Hailey Bieber. They did not like them together. No. They love Selena more. They used to compare them all the time.
Yeah, they did.
And Hailey never let it get to her, and Justin defended her. But sometimes paparazzi saw them arguing, and he used to yell at her in public, which you should never do, men.
No.
You should never embarrass your woman. Also, he defends her a lot. So people attack her all the time. He defends his wife. He always said, this is my wife, this is that. And she always stayed by his side. So how do you feel about this? I feel like it's neutral.
Yeah, I do. I agree. I do feel like it's neutral too, sister, just because you can definitely see their love for each other. I mean, relationships have ups and downs. And that's the thing too, is loving each other through those different, stages that you go through right now. He's going through some tough time, but her sticking by his side and having to deal with his outbursts and things like that, that's all a part now of their marriage.
Yeah,
I mean, they're married.
It is.
And you know, I'm glad that they show too that because they're around our age, that our generation is still focusing on love and staying together, making sure divorce is not an option right away. So I do love that for them. So I agree, it's neutral.
And also, they had their baby boy in 2024 as well.
Oh,
so that's nice.
Yes.
Their parents now sound like Tindra as well. They're very
Yes.
private. They always been private.
Yes.
And they never let social media or people get in the way.
Yeah.
And Justin Bieber hates paparazzi as well. He hates paparazzi. He always tell them, get away, this and that. Yeah. So that shows they want their privacy even more.
Right.
So it's very neutral, guys.
Very neutral.
Yes.
So. All right, moving into the next. So, Burna Boy and Chloe. Yes. Okay, they just started dating. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we all know who Chloe is, the singer, and Burna Boy also singer, Nigerian artist. So they started dating, which was kind of random. So the video, like the pictures that they were taking, everyone thought maybe she's there in Nigeria for a music video or something. But come to find out, they're actually a couple. Yeah, it was just really strange. So right away off the bat, I'm like, of course, Chloe's beautiful. Burna Boy's very talented. They're both very talented, you know. So it's just like, I mean, yeah, they're celebrities. Celebrities date whoever they want to date, right? But that couple just seemed odd to me. I just don't see them meshing well. Only reason why I say that is because I know, like, the other types of women that Burna Boy dated, Chloe does not meet that same criteria or match up to those same girls, like, as far as his type of what everybody has. Right. So she just doesn't fall within that, which is fine. Sometimes you do date outside of your type. But she just seems like that doesn't mix well with how he is, you know, just his image. He dated Stefflon Don, okay, back in 2019 for 2 years. He talks about her all the time in his music. And he just seems in love with her. I'm sorry, he does. So I just don't really see it working out, you know, going to the altar with him and Chloe. I know. Oh, so now, allegedly, he slept with someone else, and it was a Nigerian woman. I don't know what she does or anything, but that's what he did. And I was thinking from the beginning that it's not going to work out, and something's going to happen. It's going to be on his end. Like, I knew she wasn't going to do anything, but I knew something was going to come up with him. You did. And what do you know? Something happened with them. So it's just like, it's a red flag for me. I just don't see that it's working out, especially with these alleged little, you know, things that he's doing with other women. Like, Chloe don't need that type of image. No, you know, she's such a strong, beautiful Black woman, and she holds certain standard for herself. I just feel like this is just a distraction from all that. Like, you know, just drop that situation. You know, that was fun, but just, you know, focus on you and move into somebody else. You know, something else that benefits her, but in her image. But right now, this is not it. It's not it.
It's not it.
So what do you think, sister? Red or green?
I think it's red.
It's a red for us. It's a red.
Yeah, I agree with everything what you said, sister.
Yeah.
He was no good from the start.
Yeah, no good. And that's the thing, too. We love Burna Boy. Burna Boy is so talented. And like we said, same for Chloe, but just meshed together? No. Maybe for a music video, but in real life, no. It's a no-go for us. So,
I agree with you, sister.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Moving into the next couple.
It is DDG and Halle.
Okay.
So this couple met in 2022, and DDG slid in those DMs.
Oh boy, we already talked about that.
That's not romantic. So he slid in those DMs, and they started dating that whole year. And fans did not like them together. Oh. They said that he is lower than what she deserves. She's a star. She got signed to Beyonce's label. Her and her sister Chloe. She was in her prime. And then she starred in The Little Mermaid as well. You know, that's a big huge thing. So people did not like them together. They ignored everything, of course. And people started speculating that she was pregnant.
They were right.
They were right. She hit her whole pregnancy, you know, the whole year of her pregnancy and stuff. And then they popped up with a baby in 2023. Little baby Halo. He's so cute.
He's so cute. Right? He's so cute.
He's so cute. So, couple end up being together still, happy family. And then 2024, DDG announced that they have split. Halle did not say anything.
Nothing.
He said something about it. So what you think, sister?
I don't like that.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a red for me. I'm sorry. It's a red.
Yes.
It's a red flag.
We're not sure that if they're together or not anymore.
Right.
They're not together, but they still be with each other because of the baby, of course. But it's some flirting going on in those pictures. So.
Yeah. I don't know, sister. I just don't like, just because he was below her standard from the beginning. We noticed that. And also, too, I don't know, from the beginning at first, I thought it was kind of cute, to be honest. Right. I thought that their relationship was cute. The good girl with the bad boy. Yeah. That was cute. That works out sometimes, but it don't always work out, in the long run. So, but I like that at the beginning. I was like, this is very playful. But when they start getting serious and it popped out and had a baby, I'm like, wow, like that's getting serious now. But I don't like how he puts everything out on social media. He's like that social media kind of guy. He is an influencer, YouTuber. So maybe that's why he does that. But like Khloe is not like that. Like she's in the spotlight because of, her being a celebrity with her singing and now her acting. But, and for those reasons is why she is out there as a, out in the press. But him, he's just putting his music, like all of his business out there just to stay relevant, and that's not what he needed to do with his relationship with Halle. Yep. And that's what he did. Yep. And now Halo is everywhere all over the internet because of him. I know. So it's just like, he just puts everything out there. I don't like how he put it out there on blast that they broke up. Why did the whole world need to know that right away? Exactly. He's just hurt. He's hurt. Yep. So, and also he became envious, definitely when that Little Mermaid movie came out, that was huge. It was huge. Still is huge. Yeah. People saw that he wasn't really reposting everything. He stopped coming on red carpets with her. I feel like her public team that she works with are like, stop coming to the red carpet with him. Because then she was with him on the red carpets and stuff. Yeah. And people didn't like that. So she started coming by herself, which I'm glad she listened to them. Because it's not about Daryl. It's not about DDD. Sorry. But yeah. So they're not together right now. And that's a red flag. It's a red flag. Red flag couple. It's Chrisean Rock and Blueface. Oh my God. This couple made it 2020. She was on this show, Blue Girls Club. What kind of name is that? Who knows? So she was on there. They started dating around that time, and they are a toxic couple. They had plenty of allegations and incidents where police had to be involved. Always. One time she got so mad that she cut herself and put her blood on his walls and stuff and wrote stuff in the blood and crashed his cars and stuff and trashed his house and stuff like that. That's not good. No. So during their relationship, Blueface used to like film her when she was drunk and used to encourage her to drink all the time. She always had a bottle in her hand. She always used to be like all crazy. He record her and stuff while he's not drinking. Yeah. And so the couple ended up dating a few years later, and they ended up having a baby boy in 2023. And that baby had issues. You know, they are in denial about it, but that baby has a disability. Yeah. But that's besides the point. So in 2023, both of them got locked up. Oh, God. For drug use charges. Blueface is still in jail, and Chrisean is out taking care of their baby, but they are still a couple. She still supports him and everything, yes. No way. It says that's her husband and stuff like that. And what I don't get is that other lady that's involved in their relationship too. Is that like his other baby mama? Yeah, that's his other baby mama. So he was with her at first, and then he cheated on her with Chrisean. And that baby mama was his baby mama since they were in high school. So they've been dating since they were in high school, had 2 kids by him, and he still cheated on her. Wow. So it's not good. He's just not a good guy. No. He's just not. I mean, he does make some good hits. What's that one song he got? What's that? Hey. We like that. We like it. But outside of that, he is a bad man. He is so toxic. I don't know why women would even want to be with somebody like him. He just respects women. It's just terrible. But also Chrisean, you can tell she has no self-respect and love for herself. No. She is a beautiful woman, and she just doesn't even show that because she probably doesn't believe it. Yeah. And she allows somebody to treat her like crap. It doesn't make any sense. She does not deserve that. They both don't, but him, he's terrible. I know. And he's terrible. And also, sister, before they met, she was a track star. She went to college and stuff. Oh. And then during her alcohol abuse, she got plenty tattoos of him on her face and stuff. She lost her tooth. She got a tooth with Blueface face on her tooth and stuff. It's just too much. And that shows daddy issues. Yeah. I'm sorry. It does. She's seeking the attention of a man in the worst way possible. Yep. So she really should see a therapist about that. She called him daddy. Oh, God. Yeah, so that makes it worse. So we already know what this is. Yeah. And this is a red flag. This is a red flag. I mean, this is the biggest one. Well, maybe. Just wave it. This is just terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, it is.
So, yeah, that's it. That's a red flag.
A big one, girl. Yeah, hot mess.
They need to get it
together.
Are. Get it together.
He need to stay in jail.
Yeah. Get it together for the baby.
At
least for the baby.
Yeah.
How did they even, really a baby?
Yeah.
A baby in this world with all this craziness?
She was drinking and everything with the baby. Yeah, girl.
Red flag.
Red flag, y'all.
And final couple, Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith, everybody. So they met actually a long time ago, early to mid 2000s, and actually 1997 to be exact.
Yeah.
So almost over 30 years, A long time ago they met. They relationship was out there in the public, and then they've been together since. They're still married, everything. I don't know if they're separating or what. We don't know.
Yeah,
the relationship is very controversial. Weird. That's why we're talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
So what's crazy about it is that they were actually madly in love in the beginning. Like you could see their love. They were out there in the public, but they were still private. You didn't really know much about their relationship.
Right.
But they are both really big celebrities.
Yes,
Jada Pinkett Smith and Set It Off. You got Will Smith and all of the. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Men in Black. You can name so many of his.
Yes.
He's even a music artist.
Yeah.
There's so much that goes into who he is. So they're really big stars, and they make a really great power couple when they don't show their issues.
Exactly.
Keep it behind the scenes, and that's what they were doing before. But then all of a sudden, just recently. In 2022, when that slap happened, when that slap happened with
Chris Rock,
it was just terrible. From there it went downhill. On the Red Table Talk, she was talking about her entanglement with August Alsina.
Oh my God.
Will Smith knew about that, and they were okay with that. Were they open relationship, closed relationship? They don't know what they were doing. It was just so much, and everybody got so involved in their relationship. So it started off, as this really beautiful love story to the point where now it's like, wow, what is really going on in your life?
Yeah.
They have their 2 children. And that's the thing too, is outside of them being celebrities, they still are real people.
Yeah.
So they had, their marriage, they had their children that they were raising in the midst of this long-term relationship, and also just their careers that they were chasing.
Yes.
Of course, dealing with that can lead you to, separate a little, not spending as much time together. And some couples get bored, I guess. I think that they should have open relationships at that point. I don't know.
Celebrities.
So, that's what they decided to do. Yeah. And that whole entanglement with August Alsina, he's in love with Jada.
Yeah.
And didn't want to, let that go. And she was just not into it anymore. All these things. It was just a lot.
It was a lot.
It was
too much.
It was way too much. And then, with that whole slap thing, that really stirred up some stuff. And it was just really bad from there. It went downhill. We don't know what they're doing right now, but from then, everybody just talking about the slap. Okay. That's all people talk about. So, sister, what do you think?
It's a mega red flag.
It's a red flag.
Girl,
Sadly.
I think it's a red flag because also, Jada Pinkett was obsessed with Tupac.
What?
Yeah, girl.
When?
During their relationship. She used to compare Will to Tupac and this and that, and he died. She was all dramatic and stuff, saying it's the love of her life, even though her husband right there. You know what I'm saying? Trying to embarrass Will and stuff. So
Jada.
Yeah, they were definitely red flag. There were 2 out there, definitely with the entanglement and stuff, and it just was too much going on. And I feel like they always had an open relationship towards the end, so you were right about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not good.
It's not good. It's not good, and that just shows to keep your relationship private.
Yes.
Celebrities, I feel like they just do this just so they can stay in the public eye, stay relevant, you know. But it's just not good. It's not a good look, especially when you see beautiful Black couples together, and then they just go through all of this. It's sad. To me, it is really sad. So, yeah. Red flag, though. Will Smith and Jada, we're sorry. We're just like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So,
weird.
It is pretty weird. Overall, we had a really good time doing this episode together today. So let us know if you are green or red flag for these controversial couples.
Which one?
Let us know, and let us know if you're interested in part 2 of this. So thank you so much for watching today. We will see you next Wednesday. Until then, bye.